Good morning, everyone. I really hate long intros for get ready with me, so we're just gonna jump right in. Firstly, I'm going to pull my hair back out of my face. It's crazy today. And get started with moisturizer and primer. So, yesterday, September 1st, one of my best friends and her boyfriend are visiting Atlanta. They're staying with me for Dragon Con, which is this weekend. And I went on a whim yesterday. I bought a one-day pass and it was only $40 so that I could attend my first ever Dragon Con. And to be honest, it was very fun. I am pretty ignorant on the whole, like, I guess, reasoning behind Dragon Con, like all of the characters that were there and all the anime and all of the, I don't know, I don't even want to I don't want to offend anyone, but I went in one of my friend's costumes as Princess Leia, and I'll insert photos, and I'm just going in with primer after moisturizer, and it was so fun, and I got to meet so many nice people and see so many cool things. I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer for my problem areas right now. My friend Melissa cosplayed as a character called Maya from this game called Borderlands, and she did a fantastic job. And she and her boyfriend are going for the rest of this weekend, and I'm not. I have a meeting today at 2 p.m. that I'm getting ready for. But it was so fun. I saw Harry Potter, I saw Disney princesses, who else did I see? Oh, I saw Death Note characters. I have seen Death Note, so I was familiar with that. It was so fun. Just going to blend this out now. Today, I'm meeting a friend that I go to school with here at Georgia State, and I'm also meeting with a friend who produces music. We are going to talk about a proposal for this podcast that's run here in Atlanta. It's called How Stuff Works, and basically they have a topic for everything except for fashion on the podcast. And so my friend who works for a app who specializes in what's hot on the runway and like what people are wearing and why it's popular and like season trends and predictions, like she really does everything with fashion. And of course, me with my experience modeling, we are going to propose the idea to the company of expanding their genres and adding like a fashion genre so that more people will listen. I think it'd be really cool. And my friend and I have, I would say, significant experience. So we're going to come up with a paper and go there someday soon and submit our proposal. So hopefully that works out. And my friend who produces music who we're meeting, I'm just connecting those two because I just feel like, you know, whenever you feel like you meet one person and then you go and meet another person and you're like, they would benefit by having each other's contact. I don't know. So today we're meeting for coffee, and right now my roommate is out. She just left for her day, and my friends are at Dragon Con right now for the parade happening today. Okay, after concealer, I'm gonna go in with this NYX color correction palette. This is kind of, I don't know, it just seems kind of gimmicky whenever I first saw it in stores, and then I saw someone use it on a YouTube tutorial and I was like, oh, I need that in my life. So anyways, I went and got it, and I've been using it for about a week now, and it's awesome, let me tell you. So right now for the yellow in the palette, I like to brighten areas. I think it's a lot like a banana powder. And I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with makeup, but I do watch a lot of tutorials. So I like to put the yellow to brighten. I like to put the green on my red areas, which I like my cheeks to have some flush to them. So I really apply the green around my acne, which would be my chin area right now. So I'll apply this here. In terms of like media that movies that I've seen recently, I really don't go and watch movies at the movie theater all too often. I put the purple where I want to be like more concealed, I guess you could say. So I like to put purple around my nose. And then the lighter shade I use to contour like softer around my forehead, and then the darker shade I use for my cheekbones. So anyways, I've seen this movie recently called Good Time, and It was so good, and I really don't even like paying the prices at the movie theater because it's so expensive to go see a movie now. It's like $12, that's crazy, but whatever. Anyways, I went and saw Good Time, and it was such a real movie. I cannot explain to you enough how crazy that was. The movie was crazy. It had me thinking days after I saw it. Like, I'm still thinking about it now. It's just like one of those very, I guess, realistic movies where you know this situation could happen to you and how grateful you are that you're not in it. And that's the best way I can explain it. It has Edward Cullen from Twilight. Okay, I was just about to ask Google. It's Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson is in it. He does a fantastic job. It has a lot of new and upcoming actors as well, so it gave a lot of exposure to them. And it won a lot of awards at the Cannes Film Festival this year. It won some awards. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it really, that lighter contour shade really helps blur out any problems you have around your hairline. I love it. I don't know about you guys or where you live, but here in Georgia, it's really hard to wear foundation without it coming off during the day. So I'm skipping it altogether today. I'm just doing concealer and color correction. Some days I will do the full-fledged, full face, foundation, full coverage, everything. But today, I want to go a little bit more natural. After that, I'm going to take an actual contouring brush and blend out this harsh contour. Oh, I guess I could talk about the book cover I have been chosen to be a part of. It's going to take place later in September. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice, but I'm still sick, and I finally found the penicillin that I brought with me here to college. But I really don't even like medication. I'd rather myself like fight it off, like my own immune system fight off what I've got down my nose, in between my brows, and on my forehead. And I really don't even like applying makeup on my forehead because of my bangs, but I am going to let them grow out. And they're almost long enough that I can part them in the center and like shape them to the sides of my head, but they're not quite there, so I only apply concealer like right up here. I'm going to take a Real Techniques brush and blend this out. And I really stopped using a sponge because I read this article on all of the bacteria. Oh, if you don't wash your sponge or even your brushes like once, twice a week, there's so much bacteria that builds in them, and the sponge was just a lot worse than the brushes that you use because of the water, and if it gets warm, then it like is harvesting terrible bacteria for your face. And I was like, oh my god. So I threw away my sponges, and now I'm just using brushes that I'm cleaning more regularly. Oh my gosh. So today I have that little meeting at 2 p.m. and then tomorrow I have the opportunity to go to Six Flags, which I would totally love to do, but I'm having to save money. Oh my gosh, if anybody's watching me, if you're in high school, middle school, elementary school, please, hun, please save your money because you're going to need it later on in life. Don't spend it on ridiculous things. And I'm not saying going to Six Flags or any amusement park is ridiculous, but if you have other goals and you have other priorities. Oh my god, I feel like there's a hair. Oh my god, there is. Ugh, that's so annoying when you can't find a hair. Okay, I'm going to set this all with some NYX setting powder. But anyways, there's a trip I want to take in December if I don't have any plans. I want to go somewhere during my break off school. I possibly want to go out of the country, but if I financially cannot afford that, then I'll go somewhere domestically. Like there's this train ride that goes from Southern California all the way up to, not Vancouver, Canada, I'm sorry, Seattle, Washington for like $90-something. So really your only major expense is getting a plane ticket to Southern California if you don't already live there. Of course I live in Georgia, so it's quite an expense to get from the East Coast to the West Coast. But I would love to do that because I've only been to California 3 times. I really want to go experience like Portland, Oregon as well, and I love Seattle. I've been to Seattle 3 times, and actually like if I ever have a job that allows me to stay in Seattle, I would love to live there just because of the weather and the coziness and the coldness, and of course I'm studying Mandarin and there's a lot of Chinese spoken in Seattle and Vancouver, Canada, just the West Coast in general. There's a lot of Asian influence and I love it so much. With another NYX palette, just a cool tone, go in there and define a little bit more the sides of my nose and my chinny chin. So anyways, I just think that would be so fun to do in December because a plane ticket, if you plan it far enough in advance, is only about $350. And then you sleep on the train overnight. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush on my cheeks. Okay, onto eyes. I am going to be using my masking tape today to get the perfect eyeshadow look. But to finish that story, I just think that that would be an amazing trip and you'd get to see so much of the West Coast for so cheap. And like you'd actually get to experience it because you're not taking like the touristy route, you're taking like an actual train route and you get to sleep on the train overnight, and then you get to have like a full day in each stop. And then you get like, say if you want to like go somewhere, you can take a bus from that stop and like go further into California or Oregon or Washington State. Today I'm going to do a smoky eye, I think, with a cut crease perhaps. I might actually zoom you guys into this. Oh my gosh, that's great. Okay, moving on to base. The white color I've already just applied. I'm going to apply a little bit more. And then a transition shade in the crease. And then a darker transition shade closer to the actual crease of your eye, and then an even darker one lower. Now I'm going to pop like an orangey shade right in the center, and then like a brown in the corner. And then like a dark brown just to blend these all together. Okay, now for a cut crease. I'm realizing I'm not very good at talking while I'm doing eyeshadow. I think it's hard enough already. And then I try talking about stuff. Oh, I love looking at myself and having eyelashes, yay! I know that you guys really want to see more videos on that. I just feel awkward, honestly, talking about... I don't feel awkward, I just feel sad maybe when I'm talking about trichotillomania. I don't know why. I guess because I battled with it for so long, it just is something annoying, and whenever you have to talk about something you don't like, it gets annoying. But, like, it's fine for me to talk about, it's not like my first choice of a topic video, but I realize a lot of people do want to hear about it, and I do need to spread awareness. So, anyways, going in with a brush for a cut crease. I have a little bit of concealer on my hand, and we're going to apply that just on the center on my natural eyelid. So I didn't bring it all the way across, I'm only doing the very inside. Okay, now time for a shimmer shadow. I'm going to apply this with my finger just because I feel like it adheres better to the cut crease. I think I'm gonna choose a gold. Yeah, this color right here. Whoa, that's really, there. I'm gonna choose this color and pop this right there. Huh, that's okay. It's pretty nice. Nice. I'm going to take a black now and blend the browns on the outside together with the gold. And taking my original brush, I'm going to take an orangey color and blend those. Okay, we're not done with eyeshadow. I'm just going to take off the tape so that we can do the bottom lash line. Ow, 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 ow. This is why I should do eyeshadow before foundation. Ooh, and it even took some of it off. Oh no. Correct this right here. I don't know what happened right there. I'm going to take a touch of concealer on either side. There we go. I'm just going to repair the damage. Don't really like this. It's being really patchy today. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little better. I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone with a white shade. For my bottom shadow, I'm going to take the orangey shade, the transition shade, and just line under my eye. Ooh, I kind of like that actually. Okay, it's coming together, I'm happy. And then we're going to blend that out. I'm going to take a break from my eyes and a highlight and just blend that out. Okay, for my brows, just going to darken them using a NYX mascara. Nice. I love a bold brow if you can't tell. So just looking in the monitor, I think that my black is pretty patchy on the outside, so I'm going to go back in and darken that up. And blend it. Okay, I think that corrected part of the problem. Okay, now that my lips are lined, I'm going to go in with this berry color. Sorry for my acne right here, it happens. This color is very dark, as you can see, and I kind of want to lighten it up in the center with a nude color. So I'm going to grab that real quick. I think I'm just going to stick to mascara, honestly. I'm just going to curl my lashes and do mascara on the top and bottom. Ow, this kind of hurts. And it's funny because whenever I used to pluck my lashes, it did not hurt. And people, whenever I tell them that I have trichotillomania and like I used to pluck my lashes, they're like, oh my gosh, does that hurt? And no, it doesn't actually. And I don't know if that's because of like a chemical in our brain that makes it not hurt or what, but honestly this hurts, like curling my lashes hurts more than whenever I used to pull them out. It's crazy. See how my bangs are almost long enough to blend in if they go to the side? It's such an awkward length right now because then if I pull them to the front, they're kind of long. I think I'll just leave it at that. Gonna change clothes and be ready for the day. Thank you guys for watching so much. Let me know if you want to see videos kind of like this. I know I'm pretty bad at multitasking, but I do love makeup and I do love catching up with you guys, so it's fun for me. Hopefully it's fun for you. Other than that, I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!